Okay. All right. 7 seconds, 10 seconds. What's up, guys? I'm still clapping. Okay. Time to get in there. Good morning. Like I always say, like my mother say, thank God for Jesus. Hold on, let me get it together. Hold on, let me get it together real quick. I'm super excited to be here. I'm a little tired, but I'm super excited to be here. Wait. Let me do it like this just for a moment. Hold on, let me just get it together. Hold on, guys. Let me get it together. Okay. Hold on. Let me kind of. I think that's good. All right, good. I need to sit my ass down for a second. Come on, guys. Good morning, guys. Welcome, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up team. Like my mother said, thank God for Jesus. You already know what that is. It's a beautiful, cloudy looking Friday. We'll see what is the date. It's Friday, April 25th, 2024, 4 minutes after the hour. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up team. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe to the show. 9 years strong, and I'm gonna get the exact date soon because we celebrate some big milestones and anniversaries, and we want you guys to be a part of it. And I truly, truly, truly appreciate you guys' support throughout the years. Thank you. I feel a little down here today's low energy because I was out working last night, and truly blessed to have a job. And we was at the Belvedere Cigar Lounge last night down in South Jersey, on the other side of Philly. And we had a great time last night. And I want to thank everyone who came out last night. And SennyJ, I barely got home in the middle of the night, but it's all good. So let's get into Senny real quick, and I'll get back to my whole thing. SennyJ, good morning. Good to see you. God bless. How are you?
Good morning, Shawn. I'm doing great. Good to see you. Look at this. We're both wearing yellow. Isn't
Right.
that ESP? We're back on track, y'all. Matching colors. I always think that's so cool when we do that, when we're not even by each other. There has to be something to be said for that. But I'm doing good. What are we doing? Are we talking about what we just did over the last couple of days? What's going on?
I was just talking about that. Then you popped up, and I wanted to say before we start, uh,
We're already started. We're in it. Yeah.
you might already started. My processor didn't start yet. This is on the 15-minute delay.
I'm gonna share this show.
Guys, the show starts at 8 o'clock, and I started at 8:03, and I was on time, but I was washing the dishes and
Yeah.
cleaning up, and I lost track of those 3 minutes. And I know we talked about this before, but I take so much pride before we start the show in washing the dishes myself. I don't do dishwashers. I think dishwashers are nasty. I think they're dirty. I mean, if you have a dishwasher, I don't even use the dishwasher in my house. I like to wash the dish by hand. I think it's a skill set. I think it's more concentration to it.
You
I
about to
think
go
it's
to
more.
washing dishes right now?
Yes,
Let me give you something. Yesterday, okay, I went to a spin class. Have you ever did that before, Shawn? Have you ever been to a spin class?
I've
Like
never been to the
riding
thing.
the bike? First of all, let me tell you, it is the craziest thing I have ever done. And I like to work out. I did Insanity twice. But when I got in, and I'm not a gym girly, like I'm not the type of person, I'm not going to get in the gym and do all of that. But I do like to go for a class, like a little, I like to do workouts that don't feel like working out. So I did the spin class. And when I tell you, I was over the bike. I was like laying across the bike. Like I was so done. But I'm so thankful that my friend, shout out to Tara Lee, that she took me to go to this spin class. It was like really fun. And the lady, like, definitely do not judge a book by its cover, because I'm one of those people, like, if you're running a fitness class, like, I want you thin as a board. I want to see, even if you're a female, I want to see like little muscles popping out. Like, I want to see all that. But this lady, she looked like just a regular female. You know what I mean? She had a little thickness in places. But when I tell you, she was putting us through the ringer and I was dead. Yeah. Shout out to Sandy at Retro Fitness. Okay? Because do not judge a book by its cover, y'all. Do not, because they will outwork you every single time. Miko, you're here. And girl, you wearing some yellow too. Clock that.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Clock that tea.
We on today, girl. I was like, you know what? Last time I was on here, they was both wearing red, left me out. So let me get my ESP together.
I'll figure it out. We're all in sync today. We're all in sync. This is the Vibe Sync Show. This is a vibey show today on this Friday.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But welcome to the show, everybody. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Shawn Harvey Morning show with these two queens, the queen, SennyJ, and the queen, Miss Miko. Before we start, Miko, how are you today? Before we get into this whole
I'm well. Good morning.
Oh, Miss Miko, what do you on Saturday? I have to run into town. I mean, I have to run onto that side of town. If you'll be home, I can drop off to you
the black cake
of cake that I made.
Yes.
Shawn.
He wouldn't like it. I'll take his slice.
Because he's gonna say something about me making a cake because of my apple pie that I made 6 odd years ago. Okay.
I didn't say a word.
But I know it's coming.
Oh
no
my God.
Okay. And Miss Miko, it is delicious. Yes, it was made on Sunday.
I remember when you started soaking the fruit. I remember when you posted that. Yes. So I'm excited.
Yes, it is very rich. It is dense. It is, I want to say like creamy. Like it's really good. It tastes what a black cake is supposed to taste like, because I love black cake.
Yeah, me too.
Not a lot of people make it. And I'm sorry, when I've been going to the Jamaican restaurants, what is all that icing they put on top? I don't like the icing.
I like it's thick and it's hard and it's dry. I get it. I totally get it.
Okay, so they made the cake, right? Like, this is their cake. Is that a tradition? I don't know any Jamaicans. Like, who told y'all to put that on the cake? Is that how y'all do it down there? I need answers because it's nasty. I'm sorry. Take it off. And then they charge you $50 for that thing, and it's massive. No.
Let me know what time you'll be in the area, and I'll make sure that I'm home.
Yeah, like probably in the morning. Like between,
perfect. I'm here in the morning.
Like 10 and 12.
Oh, I love it. I'll be here.
Okay, good. Oh, I'm so excited for you to try it. You want me to drop you off a slice?
No, you don't have.
I'll take a slice. I'll take it. You can bring it to me.
Actually, Shawn, this is interesting. Because, you're a recovering alcoholic. I don't even know if you can say that anymore. Like, you're sober living. You're just sober. Like, you don't drink, right? Do you tell people you're a recovering alcoholic? But that's another question. Can you eat stuff with alcohol in it?
No.
Because you don't get a buzz or anything, but it has that, like, essence.
I refrain from anything without alcohol in it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because
back to what I was saying. Bring me his slice.
Okay. I mean, good to know.
Yeah, a relapse can happen. It'll be triggered at any given moment.
So, like, no, like, moonshine soaked fruit or anything like that.
Right. Like Lake's crack cake. Yeah, no, it's not going to work for me. And don't bring that stuff around me. But I appreciate the question. Yes. Do I tell people I'm a recovering addict? Yes. Yeah, I don't care.
just say you don't drink. Like, don't give them that backstory. Have people all up in your business because then they think you was wild, crazy back in the day. Like, they don't need to know all that, Shawn. That is so far behind you. Just tell people I don't drink.
Yeah.
No. Well, this runs a
You know
little.
what's so crazy about that? I always follow up with people. I'm always like, oh, are you recovering?
You do not say that to Senny to people. And they said, I don't want to drink. No, bitch, I'm just not drinking because I'm on, what do you call the thing that the people do with the ashes? What is that? 40 days and 40 nights. What's that called? I'm on Lent. I'm not drinking because I'm on Lent. It can just be that.
On Lent in the dead of October.
Sometimes it's good to let people know that you're in recovery because sometimes you don't know what people are going through. So sometimes you share your experience and you talk about it, and sometimes it triggers, emotions in that person. And next thing you know, maybe they might want to live the lifestyle or, drink in moderation. Or sometimes it's just a story to tell because you never know who's out there suffering with addiction. Addiction covers all type of bases anyway. It could be food, drugs. It could be anything, but, if you have an excessive and a compulsive personality like myself, sometimes it helps to share because you just never know who's out there suffering with addiction.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great, Shawn. That's like thinking of others.
Yeah. So, guys, welcome to the show. Any place on earth where you want to start, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team. Well, let's start with Miss Miko first. Miss Miko, you go ahead on and let guys in the chat room. I can't see the chat room, but let's applaud these two young ladies here. God bless them both. Go ahead, Miko.
That's so much better than talking about washing the dishes. Jesus. Go ahead.
No, well, you didn't.
No, he was about to go into how he loves washing the dishes that we've heard a million times. Like, child, if I hear one more thing about how Shawn hates the dishwasher, I think I'm gonna go crazy. Miss Miko, how was yours?
Are you serious right now, bro?
Miss Miko, how has your day been? How's your last couple of days been, girl? What you been doing?
Oh, girl, I ain't been doing much of nothing. I'm just happy to be alive. I'm happy to wake up this morning and able to freaking communicate and concentrate and understand what's going on in life. Life is good. Okay.
She has all her faculties about her. Don't mess with her today.
And that's a blessing that we don't talk about a lot because a lot of people don't.
We really don't. We really don't. Because I definitely don't have all my faculties with me today. I for sure don't. I can tell you now.
Shawn, you look sad today. What's going on with you? You don't like yourself.
No, I'm just listening to both of y'all. I'm just listening.
A little weird vibe. I don't know.
No, well, two things. One, I'm tired as hell because I was out last night. And secondly, I just want to I want y'all to finish before I start.
Okay. Do you want me to get into my first story?
No, I want y'all. No, I'm just listening to whenever you're ready to get into your first story, ma'am. You can do whatever you want to do.
Miss Miko's first story.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a story, but it's not a tip. But I'm gonna just read it to y'all. Okay. So a soccer player reportedly hid under the bed in sheer terror while armed men kidnapped his wife and 5-year-old daughter. Did y'all hear what I said?
I thought he was supposed to be protecting the home.
He's a PUNK. Let's get into it.
Yes.
Ecuadorian soccer player Jackson Rodriguez is under scrutiny after reportedly hiding under the bed during a violent home invasion that led to the kidnapping of his wife and his 5-year-old daughter. The incident occurred around 3 a.m. where armed intruders broke into his home searching for him. According to police reports, assailants questioned his wife about his whereabouts while he remained concealed under their bed. After abducting his family, the kidnappers fled in a gray double cab pickup truck. The victims were later found safe. The kidnapping of Rodriguez's family is part of a disturbing pattern targeting soccer players in Ecuador. In December, another Ecuadorian soccer player, Pedro Parlaza, was kidnapped but later rescued by police. This event comes amid a surge in violent crimes in Ecuador, which has become a hotspot for drug trafficking and gang activity. The country declared a state of emergency in 9 regions. Ecuador's homicide rate has dramatically increased from 6 per 100,000 people in 2018 to 47 in 2023. Hopefully his wife is at the courthouse right now filing for a divorce because what the hell? Like, how could you be such a punk? Shawn, let me ask you a question. God forbid, violent kidnappers, drug dealers bust through your door. And they said, Tanya, where's Shawn? Where's Shawn? They got hemmed up like this in the kitchen. Where's Shawn? Where's Shawn? Where's Shawn? And she's like, I don't know. And she know damn well you took your bitch ass and hid under the bed. Well, what? First question, would you hide under the bed or would you show your face? What are you doing, Shawn?
Welcome to the show, any place on earth where you get your morning started right. Why don't you? Well, you gave the story. Why don't you give you your answer first, and I'll give you mine since you gave the story.
My
How about
answer
that?
is my husband is built for tough. He ain't hiding nowhere. They coming through that door. They gonna get hit with 2 cop ones. So that's what's happening. He's not hiding nowhere.
You sure about that?
I said hide, but he ain't hiding. Nah, he's standing up.
Are you sure about that? Are you really certain? Are you really certain of that?
He's standing up, 10 toes down.
All right.
I've seen it.
Well,
Shawn, Miss Miko, please do tell. No.
I don't believe anything she's saying, but
I believe it. I believe
it up, 10 toes down.
You know, I think a lot of us, if we put out, first of all, before I answer that, first of all, the people are like Miko and Senny, you guys want to travel to these exotic, weird places.
I knew it was gonna go into that.
That have no boundaries. They don't respect any laws. That can't hear you, Senny.
What?
I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I said, where did this take place?
In Ecuador. So first of all, as I've been saying throughout the years, a lot of these places are third world countries. A lot of these places are, they got the huts, the concrete huts. There's no air conditioning. There's little skinny goats.
He was a soccer player. He had a mansion. Stop playing, Shawn.
Excuse me. I'm talking about the general population. I'm not talking about the soccer player.
Okay.
I'm talking about the people who could barely eat, and they got the skinny goats running around the neighborhood, and people, they don't have no social services down there. They got to pay
skinny
for school.
Goats.
They got skinny goats. They pay for school. A lot of mopeds. A lot of just barely. These countries barely have electricity. So you got to look at the overall optics of it all. So then now you have a world famous soccer player who is rich and he's famous and he has the family, and 99.9% of the population is starving. So they got enough money to go to soccer games, at least.
Oh my God.
And even in America, you see some of the top athletes getting robbed while they playing the game. Some of these people, throughout 6 months ago, they had these football players and basketball players that were getting in the United States that were getting robbed, and the robberies took place while they were on the field. Right?
I remember that.
So people are going to try to rob each other. Listen, drug dealers rob each other. There's a dude that robs the drug dealers. Right? So in saying all of this, for someone to come through the apartment or the house or the mansion, and these guys are cold killers, they're not playing. Everybody can catch it.
So you push your wife into harm's way, your wife and your 5-year-old daughter?
Excuse me. Let me finish.
Word. Elaborate on that part.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if armed men are coming in to the house and they got these machine guns and these 9mm and all that, and you're not prepared. You don't know how an individual, I'll get to me in a second, but in real time, you don't know how an individual is going to react. You got to know what their personality is. If you're a scary person and you don't want no conflict, you running. If you're a person that like to negotiate and talk your way out of it, you might try to talk your way out of it. You could be a person that might stand on all 10 toes and be like, yo, I'm protecting my whole family. So it depends on the individual on how they're going to react to it. Now, for me, if somebody busts through the door and I'm aware I can I'm around that licensed handgun that I have in state in Pennsylvania, I'm going to use it. That's what it's for. But if I'm in a situation where I can't get to it and I got to run or they shooting at me.
Pushing Tanya?
And they shooting at me instinctively I don't know about SennyJ or Miss Miko, but I've been around shootings. I've been around shootings. I've seen people get shot. I've been around that. It is scary as fuck.
It is.
So sometimes we could sit here and articulate our feelings and what we talk about and what we should do and what we should do. But when you're in that moment, it's not TV, guys. This is not Law and Order or some thriller movie where the guy comes out and saves the family. That's not what this is. So sometimes when you hear gunfire, instinctively you want to duck and run. A lot of times you don't be like, oh, honey, duck. Like if your girl, your wife, or somebody with you tell them to duck or run, or sometimes you just run because you're thinking about your own life. I know Miko just called the person a punk or whatever, blah, 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 but sometimes it's self-preservation. I mean, would I push my wife in front of the kidnappers? Probably not. But when I sit there and go, it's like if the Secret Service, I'm gonna take the bullet. I don't know about that either.
See, that's the problem, right? Because number one, men want to stand 10 toes. Y'all already know where I'm going on this. We're the protectors.
When it's convenient.
We gotta protect you. So that's why you gotta go 50-50. Because I got to put my life on the line for you, right? So where is this protection? If now you're telling me that any man I get, I have to 50-50 no, because you ain't gonna know till the situation comes. So now I get with homeboy and I have to take into consideration that he gonna bitch up and it's okay because, who knows what's gonna happen when you're put in that situation. Nah, I need my man built for it tough. Because if I have to be for tough, because listen, I'm a single lady up here in these house with my kids. So somebody roll up in here, what I gotta do? What do I have to be prepared to do?
So
and that's what Stephanie K said. Shawn,
are you saying that
gotta be ready to fight?
Okay, right? So
that's what these single women out here have to face.
So
and I can tell you right now, without a shadow of a doubt, somebody comes in my house, I'm not hiding under my bed so my kids can figure out what to do. Now, I'm kind of thinking that homeboy maybe hid because, he's thinking maybe they won't hurt the wife and kids because they're women and children. But at the end of the day, you're my man. You're the father. You're the husband. You're the protector of this home. You better be ready to die. I don't even care if you fight. Stand in front of me and take that bullet.
Well, okay. So let me say this then. And welcome to the show, only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Excuse me, guys. I got low energy today. I was out last night. We was in South Jersey. We had a great time. I think. I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate everybody listening this morning. And thank you so much for tuning into the show. Senny, I need pictures from you for the flyer.
Was my pictures good, Shawn?
Yeah, your pictures is good. I'm waiting for Senny.
Let me see your pictures, Miko. What did you send over?
Senny, I asked you a week ago to send me some pictures, and you're not responding to me. And we got business to take care of.
Good pictures. I just need you guys to airbrush me here.
No, Senny, seriously, I need pictures.
Nobody's gonna come if they see me on the flyer. They're gonna be like,
Senny.
Oh, Senny, please.
Senny, you gotta send me pictures. I mean, really. I mean, okay. Well, anyway. And if you could send them today, I would appreciate it because it's July the 12th. I need the pictures.
What are you wearing, Miss Miko, in your
picture? Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, hold on. Look, before we get back to that. Excuse me?
I think I'm wearing black in one and black and white in another. I'll send you the pictures I sent Shawn.
Aren't we supposed to match on the
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They could crop the picture. I just need pictures of you. Send me about 3 pictures. Like I said to Miss Miko, because Miss Miko, I need you to send me pictures. She told me to send me pictures of me to make sure we're on the same page. And I'm like, no, just send me pictures. Don't worry about that. So then she seemed to be confused, but I said, Miss Miko, just send me 3 pictures that you like of yourself. And once she did that, we were fine. So just to give you a little template, just send me 2 or 3 pictures that you like of yourself. Now, back to this. And I hear what everyone's saying. And welcome to the show, guys. We appreciate y'all.
Oh, Miss Miko.
So you saying that a man should risk his life? You saying that a man should risk his life?
I would have been like,
Wait, let me finish.
Die.
You saying that a man should risk his life and die for you?
Yes.
Especially for his wife and children.
Okay. So are you saying he's doing that in an honorable way?
What? How else?
Okay. So then,
a home invasion.
Okay. So
as legacy.
Right. So now the dude is sitting in the box dead, right? He's gone because he protected the honor of his family.
Thank you.
And then 5 years down the road, the woman gets into another relationship with another man. Hear me out. A woman gets into another relationship with another man because this man has, as they say, unlife yourself, unlife yourself for his family. So is the question, is it honor, or is the person worth him taking his life? You know what I'm saying? So is my life, am I willing to give up my life for another individual? Is really the question here. And that's the question for everyone. So then let me ask you this question, Senny. Would you step in front of a bullet for your husband or your boyfriend? If you was in that, no, I mean, let's take the protective thing out. Let's take that down. Let's take the protective thing out. Are you willing to sacrifice your life for your man or for your husband?
Yeah.
Miss Miko.
Don't ask me nothing. Don't ask me nothing. Don't ask me no questions.
Miss Miko. Thank you, Senny. Miss Miko.
It's true because
I
was in a relationship. The reason why I know that is because when I was in a relationship and I was really in love with my children's father before, I've been on my single journey for the past 15 years of my life. That's what I would have done. I would have done it, no question, not even thinking about it. Because I felt.
Okay.
So to me, it's no question.
So, Miss Miko,
if you are supposed to be protecting your family, you should not hesitate with that question.
All right. Miss Miko, okay, Senny says she's going to take her own life. I'm not going to take my own life for somebody else. I'm not going to do it.
But it's not taking your own life. That's the thing.
It's honor. If I was in a horrific situation to where the kidnappers took my, whatever they did, and I hid underneath the bed.
Divorce.
Right. I'll be divorced, but I'll still be alive. And I'm okay with the ridicule of it. You could call me a bitch ass nigga. You can do whatever you want, but at least I'm still alive. So I could walk around with my head up and deal with that. Then to have the honor of being passed away when my family's, I don't have a family, I'm dead, I'm gone. And 4 years later, my wife got a new family. Now, Miss Miko, back to you. And Senny, thank you so much for answering that question. Miss Miko, are you willing to unlife yourself for your husband or your boyfriend?
What's the situation?
The situation is the situation that you reported on.
For my daughter?
No, I said for your husband, not your daughter. No.
I'm be totally transparent with you guys because we're all family here. We're family. Transparent. No.
Exactly. You're not going to give up your life for nobody. So for a man, hold on a second. But because it seems more honorable for a man to do it, it's more, listen to how you sound. You want a man to give up your life, his life, but you don't want to give up yours. It's got to be 50-50. Everybody got to die.
Okay, but Shawn, first of all, it's honorable if anybody puts their life on the line for somebody else. If a kid is in the street and a truck is coming down the road and a woman,
we're not talking about that,
out the way and gets hit and killed by the truck, it's honorable. If she did it for an older woman, it's honorable. If she did it for a man, it's honorable. Anybody who gives their life for somebody else, it's honorable. Now, if we're talking about now, who's to say you would have died?
No, I'm just saying
If we're in a home invasion, nobody's saying that I want you to die or go die. But
right.
You be on the front line. You need to be the first person in the line of danger. And if I am able, I got your back. And I wish I could pull this up. There was a girl, she was on not OnlyFans. And I'm gonna try and pull it up. She was she's a content creator. She's on Twitch. And she does streaming, like 24-hour streaming. And these young kids broke into her house. Okay. And she was on live while this was happening. Guns, everything. While it was happening, she texted her husband.
I knew you talking about.
It was happening. She was getting robbed. She was able to lead them out of the house because she was the one they attacked. She led them out of the house to her backyard where her husband had the guns waiting, okay, busting shots at them. Now, there are situations where women have to be that, but it's to know that I can do that and my man got my back, or we're a team, or we're going to take these people down together. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you.
We can't communicate. We can't be a team. We can't protect our household if your first instinct is to run.
It's again, what I'm saying is this. I mean, we could bring up
courage come from though.
We can
courage come from. When are you gonna gain it? And then here's the question. Let's say you don't die. Let's just say the robbers go off, whatever, alarms, police come. How do y'all, nobody's dead. How do y'all continue the marriage?
Listen, it doesn't. Okay, all right. I hear.
Or should divorce be inevitable if one or the other leaves them hanging? If your wife left you hanging to fight off people you recovered from ICU, you going back home with her and y'all gonna continue your marriage?
Well, again, like I said before, like again, I'll just repeat what I said. It's up to the end. It's
the question. How do you continue on in your relationship?
I'm going to answer.
The other person leaves you hanging.
I'm going to answer. I'm going
to have my back in that type of situation, then we don't need to be together. So is that grounds for breaking up automatically?
See, again, to answer the question is, again, you got to deal with the individual. You got to know who you're dealing with. Some people
you're over here saying it's fight or flight. So your argument is going to be, well, I didn't know what I could do until I was in the situation. Should that be good enough to save your marriage when you bitched up?
I say this again, you're dealing with other people's personalities. You got to understand that some people will run, some people are scary. So just because they're in a deadly situation, they might react that way. They might run. Now, if you know that that's that type of individual that you married or that you're in a relationship with, because most of the time you kind of know who you're living with and who you're dealing with. So if you know that they're a scary individual and all of a sudden something like this happened and they run, they only behave in the way that they know how to behave. So if we all survive, what
if you don't know they're a scary person?
I'm just saying if we all know each other, I'm assuming that they're married or they're girlfriend, boyfriend, they live with each other. And most likely there's the likelihood of them knowing each other. So if you know that your partner, whether it's they male or female, is a scary individual, they don't like confrontation, then they're going to run. So if you know that and everyone survived it, should it be grounds for divorce? Should it be, I know she's scary. I know he's scary. He ran. That's what it is. So the individual got to make that choice whether they want to stay. Now, if this is the grounds for divorce, now, if this is something like, say, if I was in that situation and I ran and I didn't honor the family and I didn't put my life on the line, and if my wife go, yo, because you did that, I want a divorce, then so be it. I'd rather be a divorced live man than a dead man trying to, protect a whole situation. So again, and then a lot of the ladies in the chat room or whatever, I don't know, ladies in the chat room, are you willing to
say that 90% of, would you say the average man would think that a woman is scary, that a woman doesn't want to touch bugs, doesn't want to be in the line of fire? Wouldn't you say that men would say that about women, that they're scary?
Senny, have you ever
exactly, like, let's be real. You want to have a conversation?
No, I do. I want to talk. Okay.
If you know the partner you're with is not scary.
Senny.
Okay, so would you say that men want to be with a woman who's mad, brolic, and masculine and acting like she can handle everything and she's running around here like Xena, the warrior princess?
Senny,
you know your woman is not like that. So what's his response for going?
Senny, a lot of people are not gonna die for their partners. I mean, I'm sorry to say. But Senny, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in a situation where there's live gunfire and people shooting at each other?
I haven't been in live gunfire, but I was.
So Senny, you gotta
excuse me. I have told the story multiple times where I was held at gunpoint at
my
house with her kids in the room.
Okay, so then
I was putting myself, in front of somebody else's kids.
Right.
Those weren't even my kids. Let me tell you something, never even seen them kids. They were asleep when I got there, and I was doing everything to make sure they woke up when their mom got home, and I was there by myself.
All right, so
I have been.
All right, so listen, guys, but I think that in this panel, on this consensus, I think two of us are going to not going to stay alive, and SennyJ is going to kill herself for her man. So I think that's where we're at.
I'm the wife.
I think that's where we're at. Miss Miko and I, we don't want no parts of the death.
I'm not.
And Senny said she will. So let's move on.
To stay alive. So you need to
we truly appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Y'all need to start.
I can't even hear her. That's why I'm not trying to overtalk. I can't even hear. Is she talking?
Yeah, because you over here saying some nonsense.
I'm not saying anything nonsense. I just said that two of us.
Right.
I said two of us.
Man, no, I'm not killing myself. Believe me.
You just said that when you was in a relationship, you would do that.
In a relationship and the time warranted.
No, but Senny, you just said that you would kill yourself. Me and Miss Miko said we're not doing it. That's what I heard.
You're right.
Miss Miko.
But you said it.
But I'm different. I'm not the protector provider. I'm the
wife.
No,
I'm just saying if that was the case.
Me, my daughter, my grandbaby in the house, it's up. But with my husband, Mike, if you don't go handle that.
No, but I'm saying, but Miss Miko, if you had a choice, would you do the same for him? And you said no.
No.
Exactly. And I said no as well. And Senny said she would do it. That's all I'm saying. Because Senny, what else you got? What's going on?
Hold on a second.
Put a number one in the chat room, if ladies. Put a number one in it, especially the ladies, because I can't see the chat room, Miss Miko. Ladies, put a number one in the chat room if you're gonna take that.
Comments really quick.
Ladies in the chat room. Put a number one chat. Put a number one in the chat room.
They said when you do that, every argument's gonna be like, you bitch ass, you bitch
That's
ass,
fine.
you bitch ass.
That's right. I'd rather run. I'd rather be called a bitch ass, whatever, than that.
And ladies, that's why you need to be with a man who loves you more than you like him. Okay? Thank you.
Ladies in the chat room, are you willing to die for your man or your husband? Are you willing to do that? Put a number one in the chat.
Shawn Jones said that her husband had that conversation and he was like, no. He was like, don't go up for me because I don't care about life like that.
Aww.
I said, oh.
I mean, I'm gonna.
But she said she would. So the Sister Soldier said she riding.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, of course, I'm not gonna. I'm there to help you. You need to.
Yeah, I'm the weaker vessel. I'm the helper. I was made from your ribs, sir.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, everybody got a lot of gusto for the man to kill himself for the woman, but when it's the other way around, there's negotiation. This is the part I'm playing in this relationship. You're the protector. You're this and you're that. But when it comes down to the man, he's supposed to kill him. So, he's supposed to die. I disagree.
Just always want to be equal with women. You just can't take the title of protector and live up to it. It has to be a tit for tat, doesn't it?
Who, for me?
It's crazy to me.
No, I'm not gonna kill. I'm not gonna die for an individual. I'm not gonna do it.
You have the exact same privileges as a woman.
I don't. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna kill myself for another individual. I'm not gonna do it. I don't care how you look at it. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I mean, you can call me a bitch ass nigga. You call me what you want. I'm not gonna do that. I refuse to. But Cindy, what's your next story? Come on, it's a Feel Good Friday, guys. We truly appreciate you guys.
D-Lo said she a ride or die.
Who said that?
D-Lo.
Oh, that's right, D-Lo. The next story, oh, well, it's kind of late, but whatever. We'll talk about it really quick. Deion Sanders' son had, I guess they had the NFL draft last night or whenever. I don't really know what be going on with that. But Deion Sanders' son, Shador, I think his name is, he was snubbed on the first round of draft picks. He is the former quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes. And he addresses the NFL draft, not picking him. Two other quarterbacks were picked before him, Cam Ward of Miami at number 1 overall and Jackson Dart of Ole Miss at number 25. All the teams with quarterback needs picked them or decided to wait, including the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 21. He said, "We all didn't expect this, of course, but I feel like with God, anything possible, everything's possible. I don't feel like this happened, for a reason. All of this is, course, fuel to the fire, and under no circumstance, we all know this shouldn't have happened." What? "But we understand we on to bigger and better things. Tomorrow's a day. We're going to be happy regardless." Legendary. Round 2 of the draft begins tonight at 7. Sanders led major college football in 2024 with a 74% completion percentage, while helping the Buffaloes improve to 9 wins, 4 losses, just 2 years after they finished a year with 1 win, 11 losses. But he might not have appealed to some teams because of his lack of mobility. Unlike Ward and Dort, he's more of a pocket passer in the mold of Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow. Quite different than Patrick Mahomes, like Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, who is the NFL's gold standard. Deion did not attend the draft in Green Bay and instead spent the night with friends and family. Oh, I'm sorry, Shador. He spent the night with friends and family at his father's ranch in Texas, which you didn't even go. Did you know that they weren't going to pick you before you went and wanted to soften the blow to yourself? Yeah. So what do you think? People are saying online that the NFL is punishing Deion and is by shading his son. Is that because of what Deion did with the with going to the Buffaloes team? But isn't that a college team? Like, why doesn't the NFL like him? I felt like I needed more background on that.
Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on I pray get you 1 star, right? This is very interesting that Deion Sanders' son hasn't been picked in the first round too, and I think the first round is like 20 to almost 30 teams. I don't know how many NFL teams there are. And the interesting part about this is the fact that there was a small percentage of these teams that needed a quarterback. The New York Giants needed a quarterback. The Titans, who picked number 1, picked a quarterback. There was about 6 or 7 teams in the first round that needed a quarterback, and they didn't pick him. And now he's dropped into the second round, which is today. And they said in the last few years, there's haven't been a lot of quarterbacks drafted in the second round, the good ones. Mm-hmm. Is this a personal move? It might be. It might be a personality situation. A lot of these NFL teams base their picks off of the personality of the person. Maybe they don't want him because he might be a disruption to the team. Maybe they don't want him because it seems like it's all about him, more of an individual situation than it is a team thing. So a lot of these NFL teams will bypass the player just because of that reason. Now, will he get drafted today? Most likely he would. But the antics that happened with that last night kind of proves that the NFL teams don't want this dude around. Remember, last night he had a draft room. They built a whole special room for him for the draft. They had legendary on the walls, and they had this whole big production in the crib. And it's so embarrassing that he didn't get picked at all. This might be a situation where this man might drop down to the second or third or fourth round. And this is going to be horrific. Now, remember, there's a money situation with this as well. The higher the draft pick, the more money you make. Now, do Deion Sanders and his family need that paper? I don't know. But when you're the number one pick, Mr. Miko, you get the top money.
Right.
In comparison to if you like the 175th pick.
Right.
This is embarrassing to the Sanders family.
Did Deion release a statement?
No, but I like what he posted on social media with his son. I thought his son was very graceful and very respectable on his reaction for not being picked. I mean, he was dressed up and it's like he was going out to the high school prom. The whole family's in the building. Everybody ready to pop the bottles. They thought he was going to the New York Giants. They thought he was going from the first pick to the fifth pick. Like this was an easy situation. And imagine, you ever seen that movie, guys? Put it in one chat room if you ever seen that movie Draft Day, when the dude didn't get picked and everybody was like, what's going on with this?
Yeah.
And this is the same situation in real life. This is embarrassing for the Sanders family, for the legacy. And you know what they're going to do. Once he gets picked, if he gets picked, this is going to be his motivation to be a dominant football player when he reached the NFL. Remember, Tom Brady didn't get picked. Cindy, you know our famous Tom Brady?
Yeah.
He didn't get picked till 180. He was like the 2000th pick. He wasn't on nobody's radar. But the difference between Tom Brady and Mr. Sanders, you're right, it's that whole global promotion thing. They did a lot of promoting. They promoting this guy. Everybody knows him. Is he a great player? Yes. Is he good enough to play in the NFL? Yes. I just think that this is, a lot of teams are shying away from this dude because they don't want all the antics and all the publicity in the locker room. And the NFL is showing their ass right now. All these NFL teams are like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. And they need a quarterback. He's one of the top-rated collegiate quarterbacks. Does this have anything to do with race? Maybe we might have to throw. It can't be race in the sense because all the top 5 players were black guys.
Right.
Exactly.
So I don't think race play a part in this. I think Deion Sanders took his son, molded him into this super incredible action-packed hero type of an individual, and a lot of these teams just don't want to deal with it. And I think that's what's happening in this case. And if he doesn't get picked in the second round, then this is going to get real serious for where he might have to go to like the Canadian Football League. They might bar him from the NFL because you have to get picked. You have to get picked, or you could be an unconditional free agent. What if he becomes an unconditional free agent where he has to walk onto a team and try out? Oh, that's going to be horrific for the Sanders legacy.
It is, yeah.
So he said he's prayed up,
And
I hope it works out for them.
Did he graduate out of college already?
No, I think he left early. He left early to go into the draft.
Well, that was dumb.
Well, a lot of them did anyway.
No, maybe he should enroll back.
Cindy, shut up.
Maybe he needs to enroll back in school.
Yeah, nah.
Become
I
a
think
doctor.
it's an ego too.
Nah, he's making too much money already. Right, Ms. Miko's right. It's an ego thing. It's more, a lot of these top collegiate picks left college early anyway. All of them are not doing the 4-year terms. The top number 1 pick, I don't even think he did the whole 4 years.
He was picked.
Is that the guy from Philly, the number 1 pick?
No, the
With
number
the
1
Muslim
pick
family in
came
the
from
back?
the University of Florida. He was the number 1 quarterback.
But he quit because he got picked. You see, the people that left school and got picked, that's good for them. But the people that didn't get picked, what you gonna do now? Okay.
Yeah.
That's the difference. They keep putting
Well,
these towards all these, oh, you're gonna get into this, you're gonna get into that. Well, I'm not, Daddy. Now what, Daddy Sanders?
Right. Well,
Shador looking at his dad like,
yeah.
now
Yeah,
what
well-
you gonna do, Daddy? Are you going to support me the rest of my life, or should I take my ass back to college?
Right.
Like,
Or
what does Shador do besides be a pocket quarterbacker or whatever? What college? He probably don't even know because he's supposed to be in the NFL.
well, he could also go to the they got the Canadian Football League, they got the European Football League. He could go into the indoor. There's other leagues for him.
But there's only one NFL. They got
But the NFL,
it's only one NFL.
listen,
And are there
he could play semi-pro. He could play semi-pro football. He could do whatever. But the NFL is sending a clear message, and they sending a clear message to all the others that are super flamboyant, that got the big gold chains, and they're sending a message like, yo, we don't want this type of individual in the league. That's basically what they're saying right now. And shout out to my New York Knicks for pulling off that win last night in Detroit. We're up 2-1. Let's wrap this thing up and let's get to the next level of the NBA playoffs. Okay, that's it. We're done. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate y'all. Put a number 1 chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you did. Cindy, you got the last word before the last word.
I hope everybody has a great day. Wear yellow.
Gotcha. Miss Miko?
It always seems impossible until it's done.
That's dope. Can you say that one more time?
It always seems impossible until it's done.
Okay. All right. Let's clap. Guys, we truly appreciate you. See you guys on Monday. We are out of here. Thank you. Let's go.
Bye, y'all.
Let's get out.